Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Shadow Box Tall with Slate Indoor-Outdoor Wall Sconce. This is the 30-2606. It says this is an outdoor sconce, but I think this is so nice that you can use this as an indoor sconce with absolutely no problem. It's so beautiful. It's going to be using Hubbardton Forge's Slate, which actually comes from the same town Hubbardton Forge is in. They're in Castleton, Vermont, which is in southwestern Vermont. That's that little part that's on the border with upstate New York, and that's considered the Slate Valley. So if you ever get a chance to go around there, there's slate everywhere, quarries wherever you look, and really beautiful. Let's get into the size of the fixture itself. 34 inches tall, 10 inches wide. The projection from the wall coming out is only 4.4 inches, which makes this very flush to the wall. You can use this in a lot of applications, like in hallways and stairways. It's great for that. Okay, let's take a look at the back plate on this 11.3 by 4.9. It's going to be going over a standard 4-inch junction box without any problem at all. Only weighs 14.4 pounds, so it's very light. Remember, it's made out of aluminum. We'll get into that in a little bit. Plus slate on this guy. Center mount, so it's going to be in the center of that 34 inches where you're going to find our back plate. To see more information about that, we're going to look at the installations instructions really quick right now. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. Open that up for me. It's going to show you lots of great information. It's going to show you a full parts list. It's going to show you how to put it together, which is very simple. It's mostly together. You're really just going to be putting it on here and then putting the little glass rain shield on, which is a cast piece of glass that's going to fit above the housing that you're going to have here. And there's some really nice drawings of the inside of the back plate for this, and the mounting bracket and all that, how that all works is going to be on those install sheets. So take advantage of those if you get a chance. Let's talk about what's going on inside of this as far as lamping goes. You're going to have two of these medium base sockets. One's facing up, one is facing down. You'll see those on the install sheets because, remember, like I said, there are drawings of the inside of this there. It's going to be using a medium base, which is a very simple bulb to get. It's called an E26 as well. And the recommended bulb to get into that small space is called a chandelier, basically, or a type B. And it can be either this guy, which is a flame tip, or a torpedo. These are both incandescent. If you want to stick with incandescent, you're talking 60 watts up, 60 watts down. However, if you want to go LED, and I think you should because there's some great LED versions of these, and you can get them anywhere. Every hardware store I know has these. Home Depot, True Value. You can also find them in a lot of grocery stores, but you can also find these on Amazon, and that's a good place to look. So as far as that goes, this bulb specifically, I wanted to find the brightest I could get as an LED, and I stumbled and kind of went around a bit. It took like 2 seconds, though, on Google. And I found a 75 watt equivalent that was in a color temperature that was really pretty and dimmable. And if you ever need help with that, you can just contact me through email and I can help you get links to those things. So, but anyway, all that said, you're going to have light coming down from this. You're going to have light going up from this. So it's going to throw a nice light down if you guys are going to be putting this along a walkway or outside so you can get through at night. And a couple of other things about that, these bulbs are going to be offered to you in lots of different colors. We talk about that all the time. So they're going to offer these to you in 2700 Kelvin. That's a super yellow, like an orange setting sun. They're going to offer these bulbs to you in something called daylight, which is a bluish white light, like a convenience store light or a hospital waiting room, that kind of thing. That's going to be 4000, 5000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. The other light that we like to use is right in the middle of all that, and that is called warm white or soft white, and that's 3000 Kelvin. That's a light that is coming down on my hands right now from these 3000 Kelvin LEDs just above my head. So that's what we like to use. The other thing, it's a dimmable fixture. You may be using this in applications outside, like around a pool, maybe on a covered porch, a screened-in porch that you can be hanging out with your friends drinking wine late at night. Get the dimmable versions of these bulbs so you can dim them down so they can look like candlelight. If you're going to be using this inside, it doesn't matter what you get, basically, as far as the bulbs go. It's really up to you. But remember, it is a dimmable fixture. Make sure those bulbs say dimmable when you purchase them. Hubbardton Forge only uses aircraft-grade aluminum to make their outdoor fixtures. Aluminum holds up the best in incredibly harsh environments. When you're out and you look up in the sky and you see all those jet airliners running around up there, those are all made out of aluminum for a reason. And part of that reason is it holds up great, like I said. It also forges beautifully. It holds finish beautifully. It doesn't rust. Remember that. It's very important. And they're virtually indestructible when they're all finished. So how Hubbardton does it is they take the fixture itself, they're going to wire it up at the top, they're going to put a wire at the bottom, they're going to send a current of electricity that's going to go through this fixture, making it positive, and they put it into a spray booth with a picture of the woman next to me. You can see she's spraying finish around it, and because it's positive, it's going to adhere to every nook, every cranny, the top, the bottom, the whole thing. After that, they're going to take this and they're going to move it into an oven. That oven is going to melt all of that down and create a very hard shell. So it makes it, again, virtually indestructible. So they've also tested these things in these wind chambers. So they take the fixture, all covered in that epoxy powder coat. It's going to go into that chamber. They're going to shoot salty seawater at it at high velocity for hours and hours and hours, just like you were at the beach and you have like a hurricane coming in, which to me is going to be pretty much the worst environment you're going to run into. So after they tested these and found out that they hold up incredibly well, Hubbardton Forge offers basically the best warranty in the lighting industry. And you can see that on the page for this. So if you scroll down a little bit, there's a link, and click on that and it'll show you the entire warranty and how it all works. Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus, you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.